Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit. All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit. All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit. All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit. All eyes on me. This is America. Don't catch you. Call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide, if you ever try to let go. I'm sad, I know, yeah, I'm sad, I know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit. All eyes on me. This is America. congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and know, yeah, I'm sad and know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
All eyes on me. This is America. Don't get you. You used to call me on my cell phone. Now they always say congratulations.
Suicide if you ever try to let go. I'm sad and know, yeah, I'm sad and know.
J'ai l'air essoufflé, même si j'ai tout fait. J'ai tout, ferai jamais dans ma vie.
Je t'aime, à la folie.
Bitch, we in the city on that hot shit. Looking for a biddy on that hot shit. Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
Je voulais rester à la cité, mon père m'a dit.
What is up, guys? Dashing here, and we are live, my friends, for Shockwave number 167. My voice might sound okay right now. We'll see how long that lasts, though. I'm going to try to not go as hard as usual, because if you tuned into Octane the other day, well, by the end of the show, I was barely able to squeak. But it's going to be tough, man, because what a show we have in store this evening. And we are kicking things off with a rematch from last Shockwave, guys. Crystal Violet pulled off quite the upset to many, and is hoping to have lightning strike twice. She's taking on Apathy. It's Crystal Violet's first victory here in CMV, when she shockingly defeated Apathy last episode of Shockwave. Can she do it again, though? And considering it's an even more pissed off Apathy than usual, you don't typically see Apathy skipping around backstage with a smile on her face. But I'd say Crystal Violet is skipping into the lion's den here this evening. She'll be lucky to get out alive, but I guess we shouldn't be, or I shouldn't be doubting her after that victory last Shockwave. Yes, indeed, my friends, a lot to look forward to right here on Shockwave number 167, the continuation of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Our final two first-round matchups as Emmett Jones waits to see who he will face at Wild Card in Narlands, Louisiana, for his Intercontinental Championship. Of course, last Shockwave we saw both Diamante and Quran Cook advance. Tonight we're going to see beautiful Bo of the Bromancers take on Owen O'Rourke, who I'm sure is backstage right now, rooting on his wife, Apathy. And then our final first-round matchup, we'll see the newest member of Pat LaFave's Cerberus, Brian Dynamic, take on his now former tag team partner, Nathan White. And a huge main event, guys, as Ahmed will go one-on-one with Quantum, a rematch from last month. But as Crystal Violet secured her first win here in CMV last Shockwave, guys, Apathy hopes to do the same here tonight. So can indeed Violet prove that that last outing between these two was no fluke? They're going to go right after each other, but man, Violet perhaps getting a tad ahead of herself, just ran directly into that nasty-looking headbutt, and now into a collar double tie-up. And you would think Apathy would have a very obvious strength advantage there. You see as she pushes Violet into the corner. Will we get a clean break? We will. The 15-year veteran Apathy, guys, has been struggling since arriving here in CMV. Obviously a slew of losses, courtesy of Su Jin. And then again, defeated by Crystal Violet last Shockwave. Apathy, suffice to say, is desperate. They do say when you're desperate, you're most dangerous. Let's see if that's the case here. Going to be a very good night, though, on the other hand, for husband and wife, Apathy and Owen O'Rourke. They could be popped a little bit of bubbly. Getting into it very early on here, these two. That shot comes right back out of Apathy with one of her own. Maybe block that one, slap straight across the face. And then Apathy starting to get the upper hand against Crystal Violet here. There's another headbutt. Speaking of Sujino, guys, coming up a little bit later on, we have a Shockwave debut in the women's division as Isinia Beckett, I hope I'm saying that correctly, will take on Sujin. And Sujin has been unstoppable as of late. See if Beckett perhaps toss a wrench into the gears, if you will. A quick shoot of the leg there. Violet tries for a stomp after gets to her feet, but a nice Luthez and some big right hands here. Stomp to the arm, tries to drop a knee across the lower back of Apathy, able to move out of the way, but now some kicks to the midsection. A forearm smash, set her up very nicely there. Oh, not sure if I saw that correctly, but it seems like Crystal's lips might be busted. Perhaps a little lip tear from one of those punches courtesy of Apathy. I mean, you can't see Apathy. I still don't understand how exactly it's legal. She's allowed to wear those like claws. I don't know what you would call them exactly. But I think one of those slaps must have tore up Violet's lips. I mean, tasting some blood right about now. Won't stop her though. She goes to the top rope. There you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe she just needs some chapstick though. Beautiful cross body. As now Violet takes the arm, slams it off the canvas, starting to take control. Oh, but that took it all out of her. Not a good sign at all. It took a lot. Let's not get it twisted. It wasn't an easy win for Crystal Violet last Shockwave. She had to throw everything at Apathy to keep her down. But I don't know, guys. 15 years. Apathy worked her behind off in the independents to make it to the big time. And, I mean, look. Seems like she's been choking a little bit. Maybe the lights are a bit too bright. What a combination by Violet, finishing strong with a kick right upside the head, but of course, Apathy to retreat into the corner. Well, carefully here though, got to be weary of the referee's count, not get disqualified. You know, Crystal Violet, guys, this is her chance to really break out. She wants to make a name for herself as well. It's not like she didn't work hard to get here to CMV. Another kick upside the head. Oh, maybe gonna go to the top and try for that cross body again. And then she hit Apathy with about 20 of those last Shockwave. Wait a minute. She gets you to come out of the corner with that head kick. Down goes Apathy, just been unresponsive like the last 5 minutes. And I don't think it's gonna get any better for her. Crystal Violet hooking the arms, guys. Oh, but maybe Apathy a bit too big. Able to stall right there on a back body drop to reverse. Whatever Crystal Violet may have been looking for there. Now Apathy. Oh, could be going for that triangle choke of hers. Indeed, she is locked in. Crystal Violet finds herself trapped. Is she going to tap, though? Will she tap? Will she tap out? Will Apathy pick up her first victory here in CMV? Yes, she will. Crystal Violet taps out, guys. Apathy has finally done it. Apathy tastes a win here in CMV. But, oh, come on, Apathy. You can't celebrate the win. You finally did it. Apathy's got a steel chair. Oh, no. Apathy seeing red, and Crystal Violet. It's Selena Satoru, who, remember a couple weeks ago, Apathy viciously assaulted backstage. Satoru been out of action ever since, but returning just in time to save Crystal Violet here. What a save from Satoru.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty.
Well, it's obvious, my friends, that Apathy was not going to be content with just a win here this evening, but thanks to Selena Satoru, Crystal Violet going to live to fight another day. The action's going to continue, guys. Some tag team action coming up next, as the Brothers O'Reilly split decision, Kane and Abel look to follow up on their win a couple of weeks ago. They take on Skybound here this evening, who have been on a bit of a roll themselves. 2 victories, 2 episodes of Shock Row in a row. Shock Row? Rut-row, it's Shock Row. 2 episodes of Shockwave in a row. Skybound defeated the Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions, Toxic Company, still, by the way, the PWJ Tag Team Champions. Of course, at Climb to Fame, we saw them retain against Haim in a crazy Tornado Tag Team ladder match. And of course, on the left is Abel, on the right, Kane, trying to carve out a spot for themselves in this tag team division. Diamanto's walked by a monitor backstage at Vietnam Flat. Wait a minute! Skybound making their way to the ring, guys, but it's Toxic Company. Speak of the Devils, and I guess they shall appear. The Pro Wrestling Japan Tag Team Champions just jumped Skybound from behind. Are they going to be able to continue? The referee is checking on Jet Wilder and Ace Mercer, seeing if they're going to be able to continue, and it looks like they're saying yes. They want this match to go on. And Split Decision can't be happy about this. They have quite an advantage now. This match will begin as scheduled, despite that attack by Terry and Dallas of Toxic Company. Props to Skybound. They could have very easily tucked tail there and run, but they're going to stand their ground, not going to let Toxic Company get the better of them. But again, they're at a clear disadvantage. Well, Toxic Company have been spouting off on social media these last couple weeks about just how much they dislike Skybound. I'm putting it very lightly. They use some much stronger words. Well, Skybound, like I said, have defeated Toxic Company not once but twice in non-title action. You'd have to think Skybound might be set up for a shot at the PWJ Tag Team Championship, and it seems to me like Terry and Dallas want to stop that from happening. There's chaos right now. Ace Mercer's been taken out, but Jet Wilder, wow, he almost hit that too. That was a little too far, and I love Kane O'Reilly mocking him for even trying that. Drop chest first across that top rope. Kane O'Reilly, known as the more volatile of the two twins. Tries for a stop and a kick to the midsection, gonna back him up. Well, Terry and Dallas did the damage. Now they're taking their leave. Will it pay off? We'll find out. At least for now, Skybound are keeping their heads above the water. Brought up to his feet, kicked to the midsection there. Elbow right to the face. I don't know what Kane may have been trying to do there, but obviously Jet Wilder had it well scouted. As this tag team match continues, my friends, of course, Wild Card, our next special event just around the corner. Live from Nolens, Louisiana. And for those who are not CMV vets, the unks of CMV, Wild Card, returning for the first time in a good few years, and very special event in which, well, not only will challengers be randomly selected, but stipulations for matchups as well throughout the night. Will have random stipulations attached, and as has been a tradition in the holy shit, Ace Mercer, that was like a springboard. He jumped off the top rope, then off the top. I don't even know how to describe what I just saw, but it ended with a poison rock. I can tell you that much for certain, and I can also tell you that Abel O'Reilly is feeling the effects of it. As I was saying, though, guys, a tradition at Wild Card throughout the years in CMV has been for the World Tag Team titles to be on the line, and against a randomly put together team we've seen before. Maybe off the top of my head, it was, I believe it was Luke Swanson and Kevin Silva were paired up together, and they defeated, let's see if my memory holds up right, but I think it was Imaginary Friends to win the World Tag Team Championship. Well, the tradition continues. We will see Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon defend the World Tag Team Championship against a randomly put together tandem in New Orleans. Of course, tonight, they take on Perry Heenan and Peter Thompson of Cerberus. And right now, counter of the Irish Whip. Chop to the chest, watch out. Abel trying to save his brother. Doesn't appear like he's going to be able to, though. What the fuck is this he's going for? Oh my God, what? That might be the biggest donation that has ever been made to the Frank and Eck Foundation from the top. I was like, what in the good Lord's name is this kid trying to set up here? Yeah, I think Kane O'Reilly has just took a peek at the other side, and Jet Wilder's trying to stay on top of him, able to reverse. Guys, also still to come here on Shockwave number 167, the return of Mimic, as he, she, they, them will take on Bob Luger, tag made to Abel O'Reilly. And the fact that Skybound have lasted this long is impressive in and of itself, after an attack by Toxic Company during their entrance. And split decision, guys. They are intent on taking over the tag team division here in CMV. They want to keep up their winning ways. Here's some more great teamwork by the twins. They target the knee of Jet Wilder, which is very smart considering Wilder a high flyer. You eliminate those legs of his, he's not going to be able to zip around the ring as he does. Applying a cross armbar, which Wilder is able to escape from pretty quickly. No serious damage done, perhaps. And we've also got more tag team action to come a little bit later on, guys, as JV Enterprises, Kai Victory and the Intercontinental Champion Emma Jones will take on the team of Diamanta and Mr. Climb to Fame, Alan Montoya. Trying for an Irish whip. Nope. Denied by Wilder. Woo! Up and over the top. Hang on. Comes back in. Kane O'Reilly did not see that coming. In the corner. Two great young teams here in CMV. Wow. Oh my God. These kids are trying to kill each other, man. We had an avalanche break the neck foundation. Now a fucking burning hammer out of the corner. And into the pin, but just a 2 count. Kane O'Reilly is not happy about it. Fans are on their feet. They're loving this, and so am I. I wouldn't doubt for a second both these teams were future champions here in CMV. Double knees to the gut. Wilder is not giving in. But can he get Kane into the corner? He's trying to. Every time he tries to do so, though, look at him, he just wipes his face with his elbow. Scraping that elbow right across Jet Wilder's face. And I know for a fact that Kane O'Reilly does not moisturize his elbows. Those things are rough as all hell. Tagged and is able now. He is seen by many as the more forgiving of the O'Reilly brothers, but that doesn't mean he should be taken lightly in the ring. Big drop kick to the knee. Inverted atomic drop followed up by a discus clothesline. Very sweet looking combination there by Wilder. Like I said, we've seen some crazy teams come together in the past at Wildcard. I mean, it could be that we see, off the top of my head, we could see Kane O'Reilly and Ace Mercer team together and challenge Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon at Wildcard. We could see, I don't know, we could see global champion Cam Harris and Hayden can come out of retirement. Any two people, the entire CMV roster, it could be men, women, they're all in the same pool. Pin attempt here by Mercer, but a kick out. And now an Irish whip. Again, I gotta say, Skybound lasting this long as a feat. Fox and company beat the hell out of them before this match even began. Want to try to stop Skybound from picking up any more momentum and potentially earning a shot at the PWJ Tag Team Championship. Guys, speaking of PWJ, as we know, the ongoing partnership between Pro Wrestling Japan and CMV, don't forget that Lucha Libre Magica has also partnered up with CMV. We've already seen a couple of faces come through. Rempago, the winner of Season 4 Reality Wrestling, coming from Lucha Libre Magica. Well, very soon, in a few weeks, CMV will be traveling to Mexico to compete against some of Lucha Libre Magica's best. This kid, Ace Mercer, is unbelievable. Blinking and missing, hitting 10 moves. Irish whip into the corner. They try to make a tag to Wilder, but Abel coming back to life. Sent that onto the apron. Mercer's going to punch him in the face to knock him down to the floor. That's one way to do it. They're going to step back, maybe looking for a drop kick, spreads them legs. Notice Abel was stomped to the gut. Heard my voice almost go right there. And an elbow right across the chest. Looks like perhaps the O'Reilly twins will be happy taking a count-out win. Keeps himself busy as able trying to go after Jet Wilder. Ace Mercer is back to his feet. This one's not over yet. Kick to the gut. Oh, misses the first head kick attempt, but damn does he make up for it. What a kick that was. Every time when they try to set up for something in the corner, it's shut down. Drop kick to the outside again. Split decision are actively seeking a count-out win. What the hell is he doing to Jet Wilder? Suplex him back into the ring. He's not the legal man, though. And Abel knows that. He's going after Ace Mercer. Going to try to stop him from getting back into the ring. Enziguri. The count has been reset. Jet Wilder has to be careful to not get his kid disqualified. Toxic Company all the while, I'm sure they're in the back now just laughing. That laugh of Terry, man, you can hear from all the way down the hall, out in the crowd across the street. And it is not a jolly laugh. The type of laugh you might hear in your nightmares. Back into the ring. Saving this one, running in a cat out. Ace Mercer gonna try to clutch. Gonna try to clutch it. That kick may have just knocked some teeth loose, if not out. But here comes Kane to make the save. Goes right up the Brett's rope. Mercer not skipping a beat. Good old-fashioned moonsault, perhaps a bit too long. He took in the setup there, and he pays for a drop kick to the face. Where is Abel trying to take him, dragging him by arm and by leg away from the ropes. We're going to try to lock in a submission of some kind. Ace Mercer not going to have any of it, though. Big drop kick to the chest, turns him inside out. Make that tag to Jet Wilder. What a tag team matchup this has been. Oh, caught from behind. European uppercut. Look at Jet Wilder, just gets right back up. This kid can't be kept down. Abel O'Reilly, suffice to say, caught off guard as he now gets sent into the corner. Tag to Ace Mercer. Skybound will do what they do best. From the top, Ace Mercer. The tag team effort. Is it enough? 1, 2, 3. Skybound do it again. Even after being attacked by Toxic Company before the match started, Skybound, they just cannot be stopped. What a great match this was, though. The O'Reilly twins did not make it easy, but it's obvious, guys, that Jet Wilder and Ace Mercer will not allow anything to stand between them and a shot at the PWJ Tag Team Championship. And I'm just sure that Terry and Dallas are watching right now, livid. Their plan backfiring here tonight.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. Pop the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna.
And up next, Seo Su Jin looks to continue the incredible run that she has been on, taking on the debuting Isinya Beckett. I don't know if I got any of those names right, but I am looking forward to this one. Guys, it cannot be denied. The streak that Su Jin's been putting together. Multiple wins against Apathy, and perhaps her biggest win yet came last episode of Shockwave, guys, when she defeated Madison Quinn in a non-title matchup. And this was after Madison Quinn ambushed her before the match even started. Smacked her upside the head with the Zero-G Championship. Su Jin came back from that and still beat Madison Quinn. Now, of course, Madison Quinn got her revenge when she wrecked a music shop, kind of destroyed a display of Su Jin's K-pop albums, which Su Jin was none too happy about. But I also don't look, I'm not the general manager of Shockwave, I'm the general manager of CMV's true flagship show, Octave. But if I were Adam Valentine, I couldn't think of anyone better to get a shot at that Zero-G Championship than Su Jin, and I think Madison Quinn is well aware of that. That's why she did what she did last episode of the Shockwave. Now, Madison said it was just wrong place, wrong time. I don't know if I buy that. I don't think Su Jin does either. But Su Jin's not the only one looking to make an impact here on Shockwave, guys. The debut of Isinya Beckett. We saw her at a live event a couple weeks ago pick up a very impressive win. And this, of course, is where the lights are on at brightest, and Beckett is looking to toss a wrench into the gears of Su Jin here tonight. Run her off the road, you might say. Put an end to this hot streak, and maybe start putting together one of her own. Two young women fired up. This has potential to be a great matchup. So here we go, Isinya Beckett, Su Jin, one-on-one. But it looks like there will be a ringside spectator, much to the chagrin of Su Jin. Ooh, look at Su Jin mean mugging her brother. Madison Quinn just ignoring her, not even looking at her. The Zero-G champion guy is going to pop a squat here at ringside and watch this one up close and personal. Let's just hope that Su Jin doesn't get distracted. Going to try to come right out of the corner as soon as the bell rings, catching Beckett with that cutter, who responds harshly with a knee to the chest. Well, let's just hope that Madison Quinn is out here and all that she's planning on doing is watching, although I highly doubt it, knowing Madison Quinn. Gonna send Su Jin into the corner, the former K-pop idol, now going to become a champion here in CMV, and has Madison Quinn in her sights. That Zero-G championship is what she desires. Gorgeous springboard bulldog. Now going up to the middle rope, maybe thinking about delivering. A Hurricane Rana, nice catch by Beckett, damn. Turned it into a powerbomb. That did not look like a ticket. I'm excited to see what more Beckett can bring to the table. This women's division here on Shockwave, and consistently putting on bangers week after week. Of course, we got a new Divine champion. Congratulations again to Brina Story. Kicked off her reign last Shockwave with a great win against SJ Ray. Hook and leg here by Beckett. Will this be the end of Su Jin's winning streak? No, it will not. Able to kick out. Madison Quinn didn't want to join me on commentary, I guess. Sitting almost as far away from me as possible. But her eyes are glued on Su Jin. I'll tell you what. Double knees to the gut. And again by Isinya. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Wouldn't be the first time I got a name wrong. Just ask Su Jin. Who's going to try to go off the ropes. Able to avoid. Yeah, another cutter. So fast is Su Jin. And to think she's only been in the game, guys, for 2 years. Headbutt comes back out with a punch, though. These two are getting into it. Hang on. This is becoming a little bit of a slugfest. Su Jin's getting the upper hand, though. Oh, no, guys, I knew it. I knew Madison was just going to watch this match. And that's going to be a disqualification. Referee calls for the bell. Su Jin is technically your winner by DQ. Oh, but look at Madison's telling Beckett, if you know what's good for you, you got to get the hell out of here right now. Because I don't think Madison Quinn is done, guys. And Beckett's going to listen. Beckett says, hey, this ain't my problem. But look at Su Jin with a headbutt and a crucifix powerbomb to the Zero-G champion. Follows up with a super kick. Su Jin saying, you want some more? Well, you can come and get you some then. I don't think oh, not the leg drop, brother. No, not the leg drop. Instead, gonna try to tie Madison Quinn up with a bow and arrow, but the champ, too thick, and able to get out of it. Look at that catch trace. Woo! It's a shame since, there's the leg drop from Su Jin, and right into a cross armbar. I think this former K-pop idol, guys, wants to break the arm of Madison Quinn. Oh no, those punches just busted Su Jin open. You think that's going to stop her? You had better think again. It's a shame that was going to be a really great match between Isinya Becker and Su Jin. But Madison Quinn causing the DQ, and now she might be regretting it, guys. Su Jin does not back down. There's one thing we've learned about Su Jin so far here in CMV. There are many battles with apathy. She refuses to take a knee, refuses to be pushed around and to be kept down. These elbows across the face. So Madison Quinn destroyed a record shop out of anger for Su Jin beating her last Shockwave. That might be the least of Su Jin's worries, though. Right there, chop comes right back at her. And we might need to get security out here before things get really ugly between these two. Referee's not getting between them, and I'm not going to say that I blame her. Madison saying that tickles. I hope you hit harder than that. But they're going for it. Yes, I love it. Su Jin standing her ground, but Madison hits so damn hard. Another headbutt. Su Jin. The crucifix powerbomb again. Quinn landing right on her neck. Sick. There's a kick to the gut, though. And oh no. There's that running dominator from the Zero-G champion. And Su Jin ain't gonna be signing any autographs anytime soon. Looks like Madison Quinn will rip her arm off. Su Jin fights out of it. Now Madison Quinn's been busted open. Huge kick. Sits right on her ass. But Su Jin says, get your ass back up, because I'm not done with you. And a Russian leg sweep. Big punches. These two women bloodied. This has become more akin to an alleyway brawl than anything that should be happening in a CMU ring. Su Jin gonna take it to the outside. Sunset flip powerbomb onto the floor. Where in God's name is security? Oh, what a clothesline from the champ. And Madison not on the floor. Tiger bomb on the floor. What? Madison Quinn can't believe what she's seeing, and neither can I. Su Jin just got right back up. What a unit. What a unit. And another leg drop from Su Jin. The fans are chanting one more time, and Su Jin is nothing if not a champion of the people. Madison Quinn, for a second episode of Shockwave in a row, is laid out by Su Jin. And if after what happened last Shockwave caused Madison Quinn, guys, to essentially burn down a record shop, I can only imagine what she's going to do after this.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy. candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. On the top, watch the bubbles rise up.
CMV, baby, where you bring fucking family and internet together.
Oh yeah, and sponsored by alcohol. I did it in one. I just want to say I did it in one.
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Well, guys, again, Sujin proves that she will not be so easily put down. I don't know what Madison Quinn has to come up with to figure out a way to stop that 0-2 championship from coming off around her waist and into the hands of Sujin, but she better think of something in quick. Because the way it's looking, Sujin is gunning for that 0-G championship, and I don't think it's going to be all too long before she's got it. And we've got some more tag team action up next, as Diamante going to back up his boy, Alan Montoya, as they take on JV Enterprises, the Intercontinental Champion, Ahmed Jones and Kai Victory. Of course, Diamante advanced last Shockwave, defeating Jack Taylor. He's in the semifinals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. It could very well be that he faces Ahmed Jones at Wildcard in Nolans for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, he's going to have to get through Quran Cook next episode of Shockwave before that's even a possibility. Again, that tournament continues. Our last two first-round matchups still to come. It's even worse for Diamante now that he knows Quran Cook's going to have Pat LaFave backing him up. Well, Alan Montoya, guys, his opportunity to potentially go to wild card and face Ahmed Jones for the Intercontinental Championship was taken from him thanks to the champ Jones, who interfered in that match last Shockwave between Quran Cook and Alan Montoya. Cost Montoya, allowed Cook to advance to the semifinals. And Montoya, he ain't giving up the hunt just that easily. If Ahmed Jones was under the impression that was going to be all it took to finally be rid of Mr. Climb to Fame, well, he's dead wrong. I can assure you that. Montoya not going to fret, though, because, of course, in his hands there is that contract. He can cash in whenever he wants to for a shot at the Global Championship. But before he can think about that, he's going to relish this opportunity to, at last, get hands again on Ahmed Jones. Remember, a couple weeks back, Diamante helped out Alan Montoya after Ahmed Jones put that bounty on his head. The Bromancers tried to cash in on it. But Diamante made sure that it was not going to be a handicap match. Now again, Diamante, what a great friend, coming out here tonight to ensure that JV Enterprises wouldn't have a numbers advantage. By Victory and the Intercontinental Champion Ahmed Jones make his first defense of that championship in New Orleans, Louisiana, just a few weeks against the winner of this ongoing tournament. Guys, the stipulation for that match will be, of course, randomly selected. Could be any match type, could be one-on-one, could be 2 out of 3 falls, could be Hell in a Cell. We won't know until the match itself, which I think puts the champ at a very big disadvantage. Of course, that's what Wild Card is all about. Testing a champion's ability to withstand whatever might be thrown their way. And Ahmed Jones, to his credit, you don't have to like the guy. I'd say there are very few that do. I don't even know if Kai Victory necessarily likes Ahmed Jones. They're just business partners, tag partners, but I digress. One has to appreciate Emmett's craftiness. Let's put it that way. I still can't get over how jacked Kai Victory got during the offseason. This man bulked up big time. The former global champion, who of course just recently announced the creation of his newest venture, Kaishi, a gambling app. Elbow back body drop. I won't tell you whether or not I might have put 10 grand on my account. Did I win it back? I won't say. Springboard moonsault, but gets up the knees, does Diamanta. And Ahmed Jones, who have been at odds for a good while now. They're no strangers to one another. Order on clotheslines from the champion. Ooh, mixing it up. Damn, okay. Diamanta don't know what the hell's going on. And Emmett now drops him to the pin, but will it be enough? Kick out at 1. Again, it very well could be Diamanta that faces Emmett Jones at Wildcard, but first he's got to get through Quran Cook and then whoever he meets in the finals. And getting past Quran Cook. Look, I like Diamanta. I'm a fan of the kid. But Quran Cook is Quran Cook after all. I don't know if I very much like Diamanta's, well, his odds. But anything can happen to Alan Montoya. He should be in a very good mood after winning the Climb to Fame contract at Climb to Fame in Paris, but Emmett Jones has made sure that there was rain on his parade. Things would have only been better if he was able to defeat Quran Cook last Shockwave and advance to the semifinals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, but Jones made sure that that was not going to happen. He was stomped to the chest by Montoya. And go up to the top rope. There's a big man flying. Leg drop. I know Montoya is one of the many CMV superstars that will be at that show in Mexico in a few weeks. Moving alongside the superstars of Lucha Libre Magica. Any opportunity Montoya has a chance to return to Mexico, he takes it. CMV was just in Mexico a couple months ago. That's where Alan Montoya retired. Xander Slate, double shoulder tackle by JV Enterprises. Great teamwork. Diamanta, though, trying to go after Kai Victory. Great combo, finishing with the atomic check and a discus clothesline. Now there's the tag to the former Climb to Fame contract match winner, former global champion, Kai Victory. As he tries to get Diamanta into the corner. Well done by the kid to stop that from happening. Let's not forget, too, that Jack Taylor swore things between he and Diamanta were not over after their match last Shockwave. Following the matchup, Diamanta had a ringside interview with Lisa Evans. Jack Taylor interrupted, stared him down, and said point blank, you better watch your back. As if Diamanta didn't already have enough to worry about. Trying for a tag. Kai Victory says, think again, youngster. Irish whip into the corner. He might be looking for a tag. That's Ahmed Jones. JV Enterprise is going to show you how it's done. The assisted pile driver. And into the pin. Is that going to be enough? No, it will not. Alan Montoya gets in there easy peasy lemon squeeze to make the save. And Diamanta now fired up. He just got dropped on his hip. That ain't going to stop him, I guess. Woo, speaking of heads, Emmett just had his damn near taken off. Still to come, guys. The first round of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament will wrap up. Beautiful bow of the bromance. He takes on Owen O'Rourke of Hain. And then, of course, Brian Dynamic with Pat LaFave by his side. Will take on his former tag team partner, Nathan White. We've also got Cerberus, represented by Barry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. Taking on the World Tag Team Champions, Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon, non-title matchup, as well as our main event, Ahmed and Quantum, one-on-one. Diamanta tried to end it there off that cutter out of the corner. Now a tag to Montoya. And Montoya has been waiting weeks to get hands on Emmett Jones again. Crafty, though, like I said, is the champ. Spinning soul kick by Montoya. Now we're going to try to send him into the referee, and a schoolboy Ahmed going to take any opportunity he can, but unfortunately that does not pay off for him. Kick out before even one, and a stomp to the shoulder though. Ahmed wants to get him into that corner. Alan Montoya has none of it though. Time for a big overhand. And next Shockwave we will see Quran Cook one-on-one with Diamante in our first semifinal matchup. Who will be in our other semifinal matchup? Ooh, got him with the G4 though, or the G9 rather. G4, that's that video game web show, isn't it? G9. Oh, I'm sure JD Enterprise is no stranger to a G9. That's probably how they got here tonight. Yes, that gorgeous one-of-a-kind frog splash from Diamante. But saved this Kai victory from Emmett Jones. That was a close one there. Heading him into the corner, no victory. Tries to kick to the midsection. Diamante gives him one. He might be looking for a power bomb. Get him off into the corner. A little bit of a snake eyes. Early investor. Diamante going to outquick a tag to Alan Montoya though. Probably the wise choice. Ooh, looks like he was going to go right after Emmett Jones, but he stops himself. And instead going to walk Kai Victor out of the corner, single-knee backbreaker. I guess one's not enough, though. A second single-knee backbreaker. Kai, can we make that tag? Yes, he can to Emmett Jones. And the Intercontinental Champion immediately tries to take up that top turnbuckle cover. That keeps him distracted. Montoya from behind. Gonna take him to Powerbomb City. Uno, dos, tres. Into the pivot. Victor gets up just in time to make the save. Tries for a cheap shot. No avail. Tag instead to Diamante. Is it finally his time to become a champion here in CMV? Almost everyone else that he debuted with after Ascendance 13 has gone on to become a champion or win some big matchup at this point. The likes of Gus Bell and Alan Montoya, Ren Martin. Diamante doesn't want to be left out any longer. He wants to prove himself capable of being a champion. What a Superman punch there by Emmett Jones. Might have Diamante done and dusted, but Montoya makes sure this one's not over yet. Has him by the hair, Irish whip, nope, countered. Diamante does not want to be hit with that pile driver again. Nice reverse DDT. Throw out of the corner, he ain't gonna stop. Keeps his hands on Emmett, tries to get him into that corner. Emmett Jones, clothesline. Down goes the kid, not looking good. Here's a tag made to Kai Victory. Linked up, drop down hard. Right into the pin. 1, 2. Maybe Enterprises, who of course last Shockwave attempted to recruit Quran Cook after that main event match between he and Alan Montoya, but it was revealed that Quran Cook had already signed with Pat LaFave and Cerberus while in Paris. The Enterprises are trying to expand. They're not having a very easy job of doing so, though, thus far. I don't think they're going to find a prospect in Diamante, who's been busted open. Ooh. Looks like a cut across his forehead. This ain't going to help. Snake eyes, big boot. Yeah, blood coming from underneath that bandana. He could be slit right across the forehead. Blood getting in his eyes. Diamante, who's been on quite a winning streak as of late. Spear! Whatever he's got left will put behind that spear, but Kai Victory, gosh darn it. Breaks up the pin. That won't stop Diamante, though. He makes the tag to Montoya. Good positioning there. And Montoya, this is what he was waiting for. Emmett, you should have stayed down. Wait a minute. The champion slide. And some kicks down to the face. He's going to scramble to the corner to make the tag to Kai victory. What a matchup. Looks like Montoya's holding his lower back. That's never a good sign. In the corner. Oh, now Montoya's going to get it. With snake eyes and that big boot from the Hawaiian, former global champion. He's putting in the corner. Montoya got to be careful here. Nasty knees right to the gut. Those are a little bit low. Well, that kick certainly was. Quickly gets himself up, drop kick to the knee. Alan Montoya, guys, has that contract in his possession. He can cash in whenever he wants to for a world championship opportunity. Certainly has global champion Cam Harris on high alert. Well, Harris has already proven he's a fighting champion. Last Shockwave, Quantum, of course, challenged him on the spot to a global championship match. He accepted and retained. Our main event's still to come. Ahmed and Quantum one-on-one. Here's the tag made to Diamante. Still got that blood pouring down his face. DDT. Look how it goes after the head. No holding back tag to Ahmed Jones. And the Intercontinental Champion. Just going to wait patiently for Diamante to enter his seat. Perhaps a bit too patient. Irish whip though sends him out onto the apron, trying to hang on. Where are we going? Diamante following him to the floor. Might be a mistake though. What a knee. Followed up by a drop kick. Diamante will not stay. Oh! What a kick! Get him back into the ring, D. Big D. Scrambling to get Ahmed back into the ring after that boot to the face. And Diamante is gushing blood. Oh, but Ahmed's given too much time to recover. Now he goes low. Schoolboy Doug to try to steal it. Like a thief in the night. Kick out the win with a jackknife cover. Diamante reversed into a jackknife. And he got him! Diamante pins the champ! Diamante just pinned the Intercontinental Champion! What a match! And Ahmed Jones gets beat at his own game here tonight. He was hoping to be the one to slip through the back door and get that sneaky roll up. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Look at this replay. It was very obvious that Diamante had the bottom rope hook. I don't know if that was intentional, though. I'd like to think it wasn't. But that definitely does taint this win, if only just a little. But nonetheless, what a match and what a win for Diamante and for Alan Montoya.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better.
Well, my friends, we just saw Diamante pin the Intercontinental Champion Ahmed Jones in that tag team match. Could be that Ahmed Jones is the one to challenge, or should I say that Diamante is the one to challenge Ahmed Jones to the Intercontinental Championship at Wildcard Live from Nolens, Louisiana in just a few weeks. But of course, this tournament is far from over. We're going to wrap up the first round right here tonight as beautiful bow of the Bromancers set to tangle with Owen O'Rourke of Kane. Or still to come, Brian Dynamic will take on his former tag team partner, Nathan White. The winner of this match will face the winner of that match. Of course, it will be Kuran Cook and Diamanta. And the other semifinal matchup, an ongoing lawsuit Beautiful Bo is currently involved in against Reese Matthews for crimes against fashion. Yes, you are hearing that correctly. And I was approached to be a character witness for Beautiful Bo against Reese Matthews. I don't know if my testimony was utilized. I don't believe it was, but look, I just try to be as honest as I could be. I certainly hope what I said does not surface. The guy's Owen O'Rourke representing. Hey, I think the romance should have something to say about that. Owen O'Rourke and Roderick Devaney claiming themselves to be the hottest and most exciting tag team in all of CMV. Beautiful Bo probably begs to differ. But it's not been a very good season so far for Hayne. Failing to capture the PWJ Tag Team Championship and climb to fame, the cherry on top. But this is O'Rourke's chance to turn things around. Roderick Devaney hyping him up earlier. It was already a good night for his wife. Apathy at the top of the show picked up her first winning here in CMV. This might be a night to remember for their family. Owen O'Rourke does have quite a good record when it comes to singles competition here in CMV. He's not had very many. You'll notice that both these men have decided to leave their tag team partners in the back for this one. I mean, Sexy Rexy might be too busy conferring with the lawyers. Here we go. Beautiful Bo, Owen O'Rourke. One-on-one. The winner advances to the semifinals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Next Shockwave will face either Brian Dynamic or Nathan White. Well, we get a clean break here. No, we won't. Owen O'Rourke takes the cheap shot. And I mean, look, again, can we keep it a buck here, guys? You look at Beautiful Bo. You look at Owen O'Rourke side by side right now. Come on. Come on. Be honest. I'm sure even Apathy would tell you that she would rather spend one glorious night with Beautiful Bo than a lifetime with Owen O'Rourke. Just as every other woman would in this crowd here tonight. Slingshot spear, that's vintage Beautiful Bo. That's how he goes all the way to the top. Stalking O'Rourke from the high rent district. Double axe handle, keeping it Cam Harris style with a quick boot in the top of the head. Rocks the beauty known as Bo just long enough for O'Rourke to unleash quite a combo. Death Valley bomb into the pin. This one might be over nice and early. No, kick out before even the thought of one. Well, there's Bo just as crafty. As he waits for O'Rourke to pick himself up in the corner. Look at how pale Owen O'Rourke is. I feel like when I look at him, it hurts my eyes. I try not to look at him for too long. But then I look at that gorgeous mocha skin of Beautiful Bo glistening under the lights here. Gotta calm myself down a little bit. Oh, and O'Rourke! Big geeked up. His first big opportunity as a singles competitor here in CMV. Snake Eyes. And the Irishman follows up with a senton. That's a big guy dropping all that weight down across the midsection. Oh, what a clothesline. Oh. Very patient. He takes his time. Listen to that fan in the front row. They know. Uh-oh. Spreading the legs, and it ain't going to be for anything good. Drop kick to where the sun don't shine. Well, it looks like wherever Owen O'Rourke is from, the sun don't shine anyhow. That's his entire body. Yeah, there you go. Give it a kiss, Owen. He's trying desperately to get out of that corner. Now into another corner. Bo having his way with O'Rourke right now. Kick to the top of the head. A little bit wobbly on them spaghetti legs. Woo! Big punch. And Bo gonna bail out. Beautiful. Oh, he hurt his nose. Beautiful Bo's pissed. But no, he's got to protect the goods, Bo. He can't suffer a broken nose. The bro makes up a photo shoot tomorrow. It's Reese! That schlub! What's he doing out here? This has nothing to do with you. And now Owen O'Rourke throws Bo back into the ring. Bo can't believe it. He's pleading with O'Rourke. Please, O'Rourke, have mercy for the beautiful. Reese Matthews. That SOB feeding beautiful Bo to the shark. Grabs him by the back of the head. Now that the damage is done, Reese Matthews hightailing it out of here. But Bo said, if you want this match to go on, so be it. You'll live to regret it. Money shot! From the top into the pin is Bo going to advance. Kick out at 1. Oh, look at the athleticism. Ooh! Ooh! I felt that one. Oh, and Bo certainly felt that. Catapult European uppercut. And a lifting reverse DDT immediately after. Oh, no, O'Rourke is feeling himself, and for good reason right now. Headbutt, followed up by the back suplex. Vintage O'Rourke, but he ain't done. Oh no, brother. O'Rourke gonna send him flying. Celtic cross into the pin. 1, 2. Damn, what a kick out. Beautiful Bo. You must commend his bravery for going ahead with this match. After potentially suffering a broken nose and the mere presence of Reese Matthews at ringside stinking up the joint. But Bo tries to press on as valiantly as he can. Oh no, O'Rourke's getting out the shotgun. Knees to the back. Bo's just trying to escape, trying to stay alive. But O'Rourke all over him like peanut butter on jelly. Off the ropes. Leapfrog. Okay, O'Rourke. He's agile as well. Into the pin. 1, 2. Bo. Staying alive, but barely. These roars from O'Rourke. Sending chills up and down the spine. Got him by the dick. From Brett Trope, the Irishman drops a knee. Bo gets out of the way just in time, but he can't escape this. No, blocks the forearm smash. O'Rourke just meeting him around every corner. Now it throws him down to the floor. Beautiful Bo. I can't believe I would ever say this, but in bad shape right now. Call him Reese Matthews, because my man is in bad shape. Stretch him, Bo! Stretch him! But O'Rourke. Okay, head scissors to escape. Oh. Oh, his leg knocking off the announce table. That couldn't have felt good. Oh no, O'Rourke. Karma. What goes around comes around, they say. And Bo back into the ring, gonna act quick. Quick as he can, anyhow. Not quick enough. Future shot. DDT 1, 2. Bruh. I feel like DDTs have become the bane of Bo's existence as of late. The amount of times he's been dropped on his head these last couple of weeks. In the corner, O'Rourke might be getting a little bit frustrated. Ref saw him do that. He got to be careful. He doesn't want to get himself disqualified and miss out on this huge opportunity. What is this? No! Bo was digging into his pants. He was trying to pull out the baby powder, but O'Rourke knew it was coming. He did his homework. Bo tried to pull out that baby powder and throw it in O'Rourke's eyes, but the Irishman had his wits about him. A desperate Bo now gonna pay the price. Hovland right into the hands of O'Rourke. Drops him chest first across that top rope. Ooh, it stings. And it ain't gonna get any better. Oh, Bo might typically like being put in this type of position, but not right now. Those forearms to the back of the head. Oh, and O'Rourke just cannot be stopped. But beautiful Bo props. You gotta give him. He has taken a shellacking, and he is still standing. I think O'Rourke could use some color on his chest. Beautiful Bo's doing him a favor here with his chops. Punch to the jaw. O'Rourke goes back at him with one of his own, though. Slap gets stopped. Back and forth, and now they're going to go for it. Things are heating up. Who advances to the semifinals? O'Rourke strikes first with another huge catapult European uppercut. Could have him done and dusted, but O'Rourke gonna finish him off. Woo! Hail Mary into the pin. Uno, dos, tres. O'Rourke is going to the semifinals. What a match. Beautiful Bo tried to do everything he could to survive the onslaught of Owen O'Rourke. He even tried to go for the baby powder. But the Irishman was determined. And that determination pays off. What a win for Owen O'Rourke. And now we wait to see who he will face next Shockwave in the semifinals. Brian Dynamic or Nathan White. But that Pillsbury doughboy named Reese Matthews had better check himself. He had no business being out here. Probably had some donuts to eat. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. On the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never drain in my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it right.
So we will We'll see Owen O'Rourke next episode of Shockwave, but against who? Brian Dynamic or Nathan White? That first round matchup is still to come. The guys up next. For more tag team action. As they are out in full force. Here tonight, Pat LaFave's Cerberus is really taking shape now, my friends. As of course, last Shockwave recruiting not only Brian Dynamic, but Quran Cook as well. But here it's going to be Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson taking on the World Tag Team Champions, Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon. Cerberus is becoming an indomitable fact here on Shockwave. Cannot be ignored any longer. Already dangerous to begin with just Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. Now Pat LaFave has managed to convince Brian Dynamic to turn on Nathan White and has gotten Quran Cook to throw his hat in as well. Look at this. Look at this fivesome here. And tell me you don't feel a tingle in your loins. And it looks like just Pat LaFave is going to stay out here at ringside. Brian Dynamic has his match to prepare for against Nathan White later on. A non-title matchup, guys, with the fallout of the Tag Team Cup in Tokyo, Japan, where, of course, Pierre Thompson returned for the first time in years and revealed himself to be aligned with Pat LaFave. He and Perry Heenan taking out Corvo and Bacon. They had no time to celebrate winning the 9th Annual Men's Tag Team Cup and the World Tag Team Championship. That target was instantaneously put on their backs, and boy, oh boy, did Cerberus nail the bullseye. Although the titles might not be on the line here, Cerberus, well, I'd say, are probably already lined up nicely for a championship opportunity. If they win here, it cannot be argued. Well, again, we know that Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon will defend those titles in New Orleans at Wildcard against a randomly put together tag team. Could be any two superstars all of CMV, which definitely puts the champs in a pickle. Can't prepare at all for who they might be in the ring with. And they know tonight. And there he is, 7 foot tall, 600 plus pounds. Joey Bacon is not one we're used to seeing get tossed around like a rag doll, but he most certainly did in Tokyo at the hands of Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. Their combined power was even too much for Joey Bacon to deal with. If ever there was a time for Corvo and Bacon to get on the same page, it is now, because they cannot afford to not be a cohesive unit when they've got Cerberus nipping at their heels. So here we go, Cerberus, Corvo and Bacon, non-title matchup. Pierre Thompson and Carlos Corvo will get things started. Pat LaFave at ringside. Will it be a very good night for Cerberus overall? Again, still to come, Brian Dynamic, Nathan White in the final first round matchup of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, guys. Also, up next, Mimic returns to action as he, she, they, it will face Bob Luger. And of course, our main event, Ahmed and Quantum one-on-one. Trying to get Corvo into the corner of Cerberus early on. And there's a tag to Perry Heenan. Of course, a few weeks back, Perry Heenan defeated Carlos Corvo one-on-one. Now he's launched off the top rope. That's got to be like an anvil getting dropped on you. corner. Corvo says no. To face. The guy says what? Careful, that could lead to a disqualification. Closed fist punch. A rule not often enforced, but is technically illegal. Trying for an early pin here is Heenan. Not the type of man who's interested in any sort of hour-long classic. He wants to get in there and get the job done as quick as he can. Pat LaFave skulking about it ringside. Looks like he's going to grab a steel chair. Sliding into the ring. Nobody's noticed it just yet. Oh, now the referee has. Going to get rid of it before it can potentially be utilized. Corvo up on that middle rope. The thing is, guys, with Pat LaFave, I don't even know if he's done yet. This man says he's trying to build an empire. Look at who he's already put together in a matter of a month. Two young up-and-comers. I wouldn't doubt for a second both them being future world champions. And Quran Cook and Brian Dynamic, a veteran like Perry Heenan, a former world champion, future Hall of Famer, no doubt about it, in Pierre Thompson. And still, he might not even be done. Joey Big and not done eating tonight. I know he was already tearing up catering. We might make a meal of the pit bull right here. Time for a pin. Referee busy over there. I think Pat LaFave took off the top turnbuckle cover. Yes, he did. Tag to Carlos Corvo, but also a tag to Pierre Thompson. The big dog. Undefeated since his return to the ring. He was away from the CMV for almost 3 years. Two-time CMV champion. Back to reclaim his yard with the help of Pat LaFave. Trying to close that distance. Take Corvo for a walk into the corner. You know what's funny? As a team like Carlos Corvo and Joey Bacon, that's a team I would think to like be put together because of Wild Card. But funny enough, they're the ones defending the World Tag Team Championship in New Orleans in a few weeks. Against whatever tag team the universe deems fit to put together. Brought to his feet is Corvo. Beating forearm to the back of the head. With total domination from Cerberus. Oh, this is a rare sight. Perry Heenan going all the way to the top rope. Good God. I hope this ring's been reinforced, especially with Joey Bacon in there too. Are you kidding me? Do not be surprised if this ring collapses. Ooh, yeah, Corvo is definitely bleeding. Oh my God. He ain't bleeding, man. He's gushing. My man's flowing like the Niagara right here. All right, for a delayed vertical. Nice drop down by Corvo, trying to take out the back of the knee. A lying European uppercut. If I were Corvo, I'm going to make that tag to Bacon. There we go. Let Bacon pick up the slack here. That's exactly what he's going to try to do. And no, Bacon's slack is not food. Chop to the chest. You know what? You might get a Corvo pizza if you can win this match. Even Bacon can't turn that down. Out on the apron, Heenan tries to pick himself up. Oh, forearm smash, gonna knock him back. Pat LaFave has had his greasy little sausage fingers in this entire matchup so far. Throwing weapons into the ring, taking off the top turnbuckle cover. Doing anything he can to help out his clients. Perry Heenan. A lot more up close and personal with Joey Bacon than I'm sure he ever wanted to be. Big old shit. Perry Heenan avoids it as if his life depends on it, because it very well may. What's this? Oh my God, sit up powerbomb. He couldn't even get him all the way up, but he got him up far enough. Corvo in to break up the pin. That doesn't stop Perry Heenan's going to try to get him into the corner. And again, the combined power. No, Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. But Joey Bacon stopping that tag from happening. I was trying to take a chunk out of Perry Heenan's neck. Trying to have him some grilled pit bull tonight. Look how he wiped his mouth. Oh, and here comes the wet willy. There's Pat LaFave with a distraction. Joey Bacon, fool enough to fall for anything Pat LaFave is telling him he's got a tasty little sausage roll in his back pocket. Bacon, come on. You gotta stay focused. The sausage roll isn't real. Irish whip denied. Tries to charge Heenan, but doesn't end well from, holy shit, 600 plus pounds. Perry Heenan just picked up for a pile driver. Try to continuously get him into that corner, but Bacon is doing a good job of stopping that from happening. Big splash into the pin. Kick out at 2. Non-title matchup. Cerberus attempting to further plant their flag here on Shockwave. Perry, whoa, you better be careful. Very close to the disqualification there. That two-handed choke. I don't even know if he can get his hands around Bacon's neck. Not to mention that thick beard of his. Well, finally a tag to Carlos Corvo. He's not exactly in the best of conditions, though. That wicked-looking gash across the right side of his forehead. Immediately makes a tag to Bacon, brings him back in. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Bacon from the top. Holy shit, man. I feel like that could have been a lot worse, but bad enough. Might have had Perry Heenan in the dirt, but Pierre Thompson swooping in to ensure this one continues for now. But man, Heenan's hurting right now. Another wet willy. Thumb into the ear. Have his head ringing. Ring, ding, dong. Oh, and Bacon's calling for it. The largest rear end in pro wrestling. Oh, come, now that's just unnecessary. Now that's just unnecessary. Come on, Bacon. Especially at this point in the match, you know he's been sweating like a hog. But again, Heenan avoids getting sat on, potentially turned to a jam. Now there's the Irish whip. Clotheslines in the corner. Disgusting from Perry Heenan. He pulls him into a back suplex. The strength of Heenan is unbelievable. 600 plus pounds is Joey Bacon. That doesn't stop Perry Heenan, though. In the corner, he's going to want to make a tag as Perry Heenan, but Joey Bacon on him like a fat boy at the buffet. Well, imagine Joey Bacon at the buffet. Whew. Says all you can eat. That would be his defense. When the owner comes over and says, God damn, man, you've been here 3 hours. We barely got anything left. Perry Heenan adding some insult to injury, flipping Bacon off before sending him into the corner. And now the tag to Pierre Thompson, Cerberus with their combined strength into the pin to beat the champs. Carlos Corvo takes out Perry Heenan. And Joey Bacon's able to kick out. And now Pierre Thompson. Oh, cheap shot from Corvo, the former pro boxer. Man, just knocked Thompson out. This gives Bacon some time. Get up, Bacon. He might not be able to, though. He's out of it. Wait. Bacon gets to his feet, but Pierre Thompson wakes up just in time. European up against the back of that tag made to Carlos Corvo. We got to put the team on his back. That ain't easy, considering his tag team partner 600 pounds. Look at the punches and bunches from the full mount here by Corbo. Woo! Cheeky double stomp to the sternum. He hooks the leg with Perry Heenan, breaks up the pin at 2. And here's Pat LaFave once again. Now distracting Carlos Corbo. This gives Pierre Thompson the time he needs to try and recover. But man, it looks like he might be hurting more than we may have thought after those punches. Tags Bacon right back in. Oh God, Bacon. He says it's time to end this, man. I'm late for dinner. I'm late for second dinner. He's got a supper to get to. Into the corner, last place you want to be when you're at the hands of Joey Bacon. Full steam ahead. Ass to face. And now off the ropes, there's that 600-pound frame coming down on Pierre Thompson. Like the atom bomb, but the big dog narrowly avoids it. In the corner, Bacon is in the corner. What might Pierre Thompson cook up for him? I know it might sound crazy, but nothing Joey Bacon wants to eat. Perry Heenan tagged back in. The pit bull. Trying to stomp on Bacon while he's down. Big Ham. Not fast enough. Heenan just drops him in a pin. Nothing left. It's not enough. Attack Pierre Thompson straight back in. That's the strategy though. Late into it. Damn, Pierre Thompson is sweating. It is hot in this arena tonight. It's hot in that ring right now. And Pierre Thompson trying to get Bacon into the corner, but Bacon fighting to survive. Oh no, he's seen this plenty of times before. Watch out, Perry. You don't want to be caught up in this. 600+ pounds. Perry Heenan's trying to do all he can to stop this from happening, but it's for naught. The ribs of Pierre Thompson got turned to a fine powder. But Pierre still refusing that Irish whip into the corner, elbow to the side of the head, trying to close that distance. Doesn't have the reach though. What a clothesline! How often do you see a man the size of Bacon turned inside out like that, but Corbo's there to break up the pin. And the big dog barking at him. Not out of the woods yet. Bacon yeeting him back into the ring. Big overhand punches. Oh no! Joey Bacon with some insult to injury trapped between the sweaty, hairy thighs. But Perry Heenan, here Thompson is saying, let me die. After but Heenan refuses, breaks up the pin. Oh, why would you set yourself up like that? Pierre, what were you thinking? Baconator! And like a limp spaghetti noodle. 1, 2. Now that is insane. Now that is insane. And Pat LaFave, he's telling Joey Bacon, hey man, back in the locker room, I got a little ham and cheese sandwich for you. Ignore him, Bacon. You make your own ham and cheese sandwich when this is all over. Pierre busted open. Non-title matchup. Pierre able to get some elbows off to the big old belly. Now into the corner, he's got him. And the tag's made to Perry Heenan. Double Irish whip. Double shoulder tackle. Gets right back up. Pierre's no longer legal, though. Perry's a legal man now. Bacon still getting the job done all on its own. Wait a minute, moment of confusion. The referee don't know what the hell's going on. Pierre's going to get counted out. The pit bull trying to drag Bacon up into the corner. The ref's had enough of the shenanigans in this match now. Pierre's got to wake up. He's got to get out of the ring. Heenan from behind spins Bacon around. Oh my God! Brain buster! Rolling out of the ring though. I don't envy the referee's job in this match. This shit is popping off all around. And luckily Thompson makes it back out on the end before he's disqualified. Vintage! Perry hit an impaler DDT on the fucking floor. Both men are down. This match is off the wall. And the championship isn't even on the line. I think you get Bacon at the count of 100, he wouldn't be able to respond. But Perry not wanting to win by countout gets him back up, thrown right into the side of the barricade. 11, Joey Bacon gets back into the ring. And Bacon almost daring the pitbull to get back into the ring with him. Perry Heenan's a bit hesitant, you can't blame him. But he does get back into the ring. Big punches and a kick to the gut. Responds to the punch to the midsection as Bacon tries to go low, gets him Anita's Heenan. He just runs him down. Elbow across the chest. Wants to get him into that corner. Joey Bacon though. Oh, come on. Well, Pierre Thompson got his. I guess it's only fair. Speaking of Pierre Thompson, look at his face. His nose is busted up to hell. £600 right down across the midsection. But as Joey Bacon tries to make the tag, no, come on, Bacon. There is no hand sandwich. There is no sausage roll. There is no pepperoni pizza. Make the tag, Bacon. Yes. He's done falling for it. The illusion. Tag to Carlos Corvo. There might be a chance for the champs. Knockout punch. The KO kid. Oh, but Pierre Thompson. God damn it. Swooping in. I was going to say, Corvo tags Bacon back in after 30 seconds. And now Corvo's put in the corner. Tags made to Pierre Thompson. They're going to do it again. Into the pin to beat the champs. 1, 2, Bacon. A little slow getting into the ring there, but he gets it. He makes the save. Might be for not though, Pierre Thompson with the Yokosuka cutter. And a stomp to the chest just because why not? Tag to Perry hit. Everybody's exhausted at this point, man. This has been a hard-hitting tag team matchup. Oh no, come on. Perry trying to shove his boot down Corvo's throat. Nothing but disrespect. And the fans gleefully counting along as he attempts to decapitate Carlos Corvo. Guys, that could do it. 1, 2. Well, guys, we are just under 5 minutes left before this one ends in a time limit draw. Perry Heenan getting desperate. Now the dirty pin. Ralph doesn't see it, but Corvo still kicks out. The resolve of Carlos Corvo never to be underestimated. He's got the arm, this Corvo. Fujiwari's trying to rip it off. Give it to his pit bull at home. Irish whip, no stop by Heenan. he's got the leg. The tit for tat, you try to kick off my arm, I'll try to take your leg. Oh, the Irish whip. Sends him off into the corner. And now Corbo taking a shot at his leg. You ever seen a one-legged dog? Sidewalk slam, Corbo tags in Joey Bacon. It ain't like he's doing any better though. He's calling for it, Joey Bacon. Does he have enough left for one last sit? Just one more Bacon hitter. That's what he says to the cashier at Burger King as they're about to close. Come on, just one more. And Perry Heenan again met with the largest posterior in all of CMV. Just can't hit that seated senton. It's gone for like 3-4 times, hitting counters at every single time. Woo! Pop that boy. What a knee. Dude, Joey Bacon did like 3 rotations there. Now why would you go into that corner? Ah! Corbo just scraped his face across the top rope. Just a little over 2 minutes left. Non-title matchup. This has been nothing short of an absolute war, though. Play of the day! The biggest play of the day ever! Fucking Corbo, man. Breaks up the pin. Pierre stays focused, though. Oh, mama. 600 pounds. Now that's a highlight! 1, 2, 3, Cerberus! With 2 minutes to spare, have just beaten the World Tag Team Champions. What a match. I'm out of breath after that match. I feel like I need a cigarette after that match. We still got 3 more matches to go here tonight, man. I'm ready to pack it in right now. Wow. That one was crazy, brother. Oh, the rest of Cerberus back out to celebrate. What a win for Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. If they didn't just secure themselves a championship opportunity, man, I don't know what they got to do it.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the mood. He say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up. Fill it up, never draining my cup. If you wanna ride, better change your lane, cause we driving fast and we making it rain. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. Yeah, used to wear the cheap stuff, now it's all designer. Bling. Got him wrapped around my little finger. He let the way I pop it like a can of fizz.
And it is now time, my friends, for the moment you all have been waiting for. The greatest global champion of all time. The work ethic titan. The absolute legend. Bob. Well, my friends, if you do not know who Mimic is, you are about to find out because it's our tertiary main event coming up next here on Shockwave number 167. Still to come, of course, in our co-event, Brian Dynamic takes on Nathan White in our final first-round matchup of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, our main event. Ahmed and Quantum meet one-on-one, but first, Mimic of the Arsenal of Tailcoat Val returns to in-ring action. Of course, Sally Reeve and Sebastian Monet will be in his corner, as surely Team Luger will be in Bob Luger's corner. Mimic's return has been nothing short of a nightmare for Bob Luger these last couple of weeks, as Mimic, you saw there a moment ago, even created an exhibit to put on display. He calls it the greatest moments of Bob Luger's career. I think some would say probably the worst moments of Bob Luger's career. Some of his harshest losses. Luger was no fan of this exhibit. And so here we've got this matchup. Mimic's, God, I can't even remember his last. I'm just going to call him just to keep it easier for me. But again, we don't know what Mimic is. He, she, they, it. Everyone. And tonight, Mimic is Bob Luger. And if you are not a long-time CMV viewer, you don't remember Mimic. Well, in that ring, they like to mimic whomever they are facing. They'll utilize the moveset of whoever it is they're across the ring from, which is pretty incredible that they learn. You know, we see them high fly, we see them get down and dirty, good old-fashioned wrestling, we've seen them brawl, we've seen them use power maneuvers. I don't know exactly how they do it, but Bob Luger is in for quite a test here tonight. Like I said, no surprise, Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson in his corner. Of course, they defeated Sally Reeve and Sebastian Monet last Shockwave in tag team action. Mimic's trying to bite back for the Arsenal here tonight. Of course, a part of that exhibit showcasing what Mimic called Bob Luger's best moments of his CMV career included his loss to Xander Slate for the Global Championship, his loss to Chris Diamond at Ascendance 13 primarily has been the real thorn in Luger's side. That Mimic keeps bringing that up. We even saw Mimic training utilizing the Break the Neck Foundation. He's looking to hit Luger with that in this matchup. Luger, I'm still going to do everything he can to avoid that. So here we go, Mimic, Bob Luger. Will Team Luger again reign supreme against the Arsenal? Or will Mimic's mind games these last couple of weeks pay off? Mimic, Bob Luger, and again, this is essentially going to be like Bob Luger facing himself, as Mimic instantly uses that patented wheel kick Luger is known for. Wasting no time and going after the arm. I don't remember Mimic being so big. Pardon me, but I mean, again, it's been a long time since we've seen Mimic. I can't even remember the last match he had. I think it's been at least a couple of years or so. But I do not recall him being this massive. Luger from the top of the leg drop. Don't know if he got all of that. Looks like he might have grazed him. Crowded ringside area. Let's just hope that Sally Reeve and Sebastian Monet and Casey Kaplan and Aaron Aronson don't decide to get into it at ringside. Jawbreaker by Mimic. Forearm smash, cheeky jab, kick to the gut, big overhead, and right into the pin. Going to try to embarrass the future Hall of Famer. Nice and early, going to kick out at one. Stomp attempted. Big clothesline blocked by Luger. Casey Kaplan not wasting all too much time trying to help out Luger. Takes off that top turnbuckle cover. On the top of the head. Big clothesline. Got it that time, didn't mimic. And the fish drop to follow off. But a jawbreaker. Oh, referee has fixed that top turnbuckle cover. Another combination by Mimic. Descending with a shoulder breaker. He might be trying to set Luger up for that cross arm bar. Aronson with a quick distraction from ringside. Luger attempts to capitalize, but does not go his way. To the top goes Mimic. Elbow! Woo! Right to the ass. I think he got his elbow right up Bob Luger's asshole right there. And a kick to the shoulder. Come out of the corner, but Luger's fast with it. That elbow off to the gut. Elbows to the midsection of Luger. Blocking a headbutt from the work ethic Titans. And now it's Sebastian Monet from ringside, keeping Bob Luger distracted. Give Mimic a chance to get back to their feet. Despite being so big, though, you can see Mimic has considerable reflexes. Oh, now Brett Angel style, a bridge reverse package powerbomb. Don't ask me to tell you what Brett Angel used to call that, because I remember it being very long. Break your neck foundation, there it is. Bob Luger said he'll be damned if he lets Mimic hit that in this match, but there it is. A donation made in the absence of Chris Diamond, but Luger's able to kick out. Still not. Oh. Another! In that foundation, what? The rest of Team Luger can't even look as Mimic hooks the leg again. A kick on it too, though. Two huge donations made to the Break the Neck Foundation, but Luger's still standing. There's that wheel kick. There's how it's properly done. Oh, this pesky Monet from ringside. Oh, Mimic's back up. Luger knew it was coming. That's that veteran instinct, brother. Cliffhanger! Shout out to the Bloody Brett. But it's a kick out at two. Luger struggling to, essentially fight himself here tonight. I don't know if Mimic meant to get out of the way of that. Headbutt the cat. Whoa! You're trying to throw him out of the ring? This match is chaos. Monet just tried to grab Luger's ankle. Oh, Luger's got the arm. Gonna snap that thing right off. Cody! Eiling! Cyclone! But Luger unable to capitalize. Wait, can he? Yes! Gets his arm over the chest of Mimic. Only a 1 count. Oh, Bob Luger. Far from finish. With Mimic, he's down to the cross arm bar. Out of that butterfly suplex cross arm bar. Not cinched in for all too long, though. Mimic able to slip out of it. That's the type of submission, though. You don't have to be in for longer than a couple of seconds for it to do serious damage. More than a few seconds, you could break your arm in half if you're able to hyperextend it enough. Mimic tries for another pin, only a 2 count. Now from Brett's rope. Mimic waiting patiently for Luger to get to his feet. That spinning European uppercut. Luger is seeing stars, and Mimic got that arm again. I know Chris Diamond's got to be at home in England right now watching, loving those couple of Break the Neck Foundations, hoping for some more. Bob Luger, big right hand. Luger's gas, guys, which is shocking to say. The cardio maniac continue to go all night long, but Mimic is really taking it out of him here in this match. Right hook from Mimic. Luger comes right back at him with an attempt at one of his own. Mimic caught it. There it is. Big punch. Nope. Mimic continues to deflect these shots. There's the wheel kick again. Luger best him in his own maneuvers. Wrench in the arm has Luger fighting for his life. And what is Sebastian Monet up to now? God damn, Luger got his face slammed off the canvas. Aaron Aronson coming to the aid of his head coach. Keeping Mimic distracted. Well, is Luger going to be able to put this to use? I don't know if he can. He might just be completely and totally out of it at this point. It looks like he's on Mars. Mimic tries to get caught by Luger. And Luger's got the arm. Twister! Luger's got the twister applied. But Mimic's out of it, lickety split. Both men struggling to get to their feet. But Luger strikes fast. Luger! Tony! Island! Cyclone puts some oomph on that bitch! Mimic, what? Instantly responds with Enziguri. And now it's Casey Kaplan. Ref, get these people out of here. The Arsenal and Team Luger non-stop interfering. But it ain't enough. Luger might just be too far gone. Break your neck foundation, no! Numero place is denied. And Bob Luger, I think he wants that cross armbar again. Mimic is smart enough though to avoid it. Rolls out onto the apron, safe. Oh, maybe not. Bob Luger gonna apply that half Tarantula. Further tearing at the arms of Mimic. That's not bad enough. Boot to the face, drops him down to the floor, but Luger tries for a senton off the apron, lands hard on his back. Man slipped up there, I'm not too sure, but now both down. Might be a double count out here. Neither able to get back to their feet. Bob Luger and Mimic at the same time. Oh, Mimic's back into the ring already. Luger right after them. Look at Mimic mocking Luger. Off the ropes, Luger's got the arm. Cross arm bar. If he can pull back, if he can hyperextend the arm, this one is over. But Mimic stopping that from happening. Mimic fighting back, refusing to let Luger fully apply this cross arm bar. And Mimic with a huge clothesline. That arm is still working. Just drops right into the pin. And almost gets the win. Damn. Now Mimic getting frustrated. Maybe that frustration pays off. Half camel clutch. Being applied. Quick escape though by Luger. He's going to go for an Irish whip. Reversal. Luger now off the ropes. Another wheel kick. It looks like that man jacked up Luger's neck. Headbutt from the second rope. Luger tried to hit that earlier and missed. 1, 2. That was close. 2.99. Mimic looking at the ref like, fuck you. 2 count my ass. Aaron Aronson up on the apron. Getting desperate now. Wake up, Luger. Aaron Aronson is creating this opening, but Luger from behind. An elbow though, sneaky elbow. Break your neck foundation, numero place. The donations are flowing in. 1, 2, 3. No, not like that. With the break your neck foundation, Mimic has just pinned Bob Luger. Bob Luger essentially forced to face himself here tonight And I guess getting beaten by yourself, it's still technically a win for you in the end. But man, with the Break Your Neck Foundation, that's just got to be the ultimate amount of salt in the wound. Back to the drawing board for Team Luger if they want to figure out a way to deal with this mimic and the arsenal of Tilco Val.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude. At the top, watch the bubbles rise up.
Well, now we go, my friends, into our co-main event of the evening. It's Shockwave number 167. And we know that next Shockwave, it will be Diamanta taking on Quran Cook in our first semifinal matchup of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Now we'll find out, will it be Brian Dynamic or Nathan White taking on Owen O'Rourke in the second semifinal matchup? Owen O'Rourke defeating Beautiful Bo earlier tonight to advance. And now one of the newest members of Pat LaFave's Cerberus, Brian Dynamic, looks to prove Pat LaFave right. Last Shockwave abandoning Nathan White against Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson, officially aligning himself with Pat LaFave. And couldn't be more happy with himself, the anomaly, Brian Dynamic, who now must face his former tag team partner in order to take one step closer to an Intercontinental Championship opportunity. Of course, our main event still to come up next. Ahmed and Quantum meet one-on-one. But if you're Nathan White, you surely have to be livid after a man you thought that you could trust stabbed you in the back. I, for one, don't blame Brian Dynamic a bit. I said from the start that he should take Pat LaFave up on his offer. But the catch was, Pat LaFave would only take Brian Dynamic. Told him, you have to cut the dead weight, he said. That is Nathan White if you want me to represent you. Brian Dynamic seemed conflicted at first. He said that he would stick by Nathan White's side, but was it a ploy all along? As again, last Shockwave, White found himself in a handicap scenario after Dynamic left him high and dry against Perry Heenan and Pierre Thompson. Well, now Nathan White looks to make Brian Dynamic regret that decision. And perhaps make Pat LaFave second guess his choice to choose Brian Dynamic. So it's Brian Dynamic, Nathan White, who will face Owen O'Rourke next Shockwave in that semifinal matchup in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Dynamic tries to kick it off hot and heavy with a super kick. Now, well, these two know each other. They've been traveling the roads the last couple months, teaming up together. Even Nathan White could not see what was coming last Shockwave. Hit him like a tidal wave, I'm sure. And all that anger he's feeling right now, he's got to find a way to utilize it against Dynamic. Easier said than done, though. And especially with Pat LaFave at ringside. We saw how helpful he was for Perry Hidden and Peter Thompson earlier tonight against the World Tag Team Champions Carlos Corlo and Joey Bacon. And neck breaker by Dynamic. Pat LaFave gassed Dynamic up as the future of CMV. A future world champion. And I concur. Lines in a kendo stick, does LaFave, a little bit of insurance policy. But Dynamic won't get to use it. Referee throw it out of the ring. Well, I'd say no matter what, guys, that Emmett Jones is going to have himself a tough challenge in New Orleans at Wild Card. Whether it be Quran Cook, Diamante, Owen O'Rourke, or one of these two men. I mean, if I'm Emmett Jones, I don't know who I would prefer to face. And Nathan White going to mock Brian Dynamic after knocking him down to the floor. A little bit of a laugh at his expense. White been busted open. And a gouge in the eye. Tries to poke his eyes to follow up. Dynamic, though, going to throw him back into the ring. Takes to the midsection, avoided now an Irish whip from White. Gets him with a swinging neck breaker. Irish whip out onto the apron. Hangs on, Pat LaFave. What's he up to over there? Looks like he's removing that top turnbuckle cover. Got him dragged off into the corner. He's gonna lure Dynamic in. Kick to the face. Ooh! Now Dynamic bleeding right into a DDT. With some pizzazz on it. Some, These two are holding nothing back. Former friends, former tag team partners. Only one can take a step toward their destiny here tonight, though. And it looks like Dynamic would have no problem winning this matchup by count. He's going to try to do it right here. Will White be able to get back up? Oh, no, Dynamic getting impatient. And chase White down. Oh, knocks him back down. Slams his head right off the barricade. Well, you know that Owen O'Rourke is in the back watching right now as Brian Dynamic destroys Nathan White using the ringside area. Damn, man. But what a knee, Nathan White. Popping back big time. Gouges the eye again. Goes for a back shoot, that punch to the top of the head. Big punch there from Dynamic. Tries to go low. White knows him too well. These guys are beating the shit out of each other, pardon my French. Count of 10. They have until 20 to get back into the ring. But the way these two are going at it, man, I don't know. They're beating the fuck out of each other. But White realizes what the count's at, gets the fight back into the ring. He wants to beat Dynamic, and definitively. The referee gets that top turnbuckle as Dynamic counters whatever White was trying for there. Power slam into the pin. Ref's distracted though. This one to turn around in time. No, kick out by White. Well, the Dynamic's got him right where he wants him. The knee trembler out of the corner. Gonna set up the TK. Oh! Into the pin. 1, 2. A shock on Brian Dynamic's face says it all. Nathan White refusing to let Dynamic have it that easily. And now these two former pals certainly no more. That friendship out the window thanks to Brian Dynamic. Bloodied, beating the piss out of each other right in the center of the ring. I love it. Well, who is going to advance? Who faces Owen O'Rourke next? Shockwave. gonna go for it, baby. Only one man can be left standing. Let's just hope they don't knock each other out. La Maestro! La Maestro! A kick out at 1. Nathan White tried to get crafty with it. Drag him back into the ring. Oh, like a pile driver through the rope. I've never seen that before. And White's not done either. Lifting reverse DDT into the pin. Hey, Dynamic's got the rope. Oh my God, if that would have been a 3 count, bro, I would have protested. Dynamic had the bottom rope hooked. He had arm and leg on that bottom rope, brother. Oh, now a hot shot to knock him down to the floor. Look at his face, bro. Looks like he's been shot point blank with a 12-gauge shotgun. The referee's fixing that top turnbuckle while Nathan White takes these precious few seconds to try and recover the best he can. Now Pat LaFayette getting directly involved. Distracting Nathan White, giving Dynamic as much time as he can to get back to his feet, to get back into the fight here. And Dynamic does just that. Goes low, trips him up. Oh no, knee bar. Dynamic's got White trapped in a knee bar. But not for long. Good escape by White. Both men exhausted, both men bloody as all hell. But Dynamic with the patella drop, brain buster. Throws him back, hooks the leg. Out at 2, Dynamic shaking his head. But he's done playing around. A second TKO. Uno, dos, tres. Brian Dynamic advances to the semifinals. And so our semifinal matches are set for next Shockwave. It will be Quran Cook versus Diamanta and Brian Dynamic versus Owen O'Rourke to see who will go to the finals to face Emmett Jones at Wild Card for the Intercontinental Championship. I thought it went over right there, bro. That was insane. You cannot say Nathan White did not give it his all, man. What a match. But Brian Dynamic wanted it just that much more. And Pat LaFayette couldn't be happier with his latest investment after a win like that. Hell of a night for Cerberus. And things can only get better over these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Bubble pop, let's go. Cherry soda, cherry soda. Yeah, make him spend his whole quota. Cha-ching, yeah, I got that sweet flavor. He call me lifesaver, do myself a favor. He think I'm sweet like the candy shop, but I can make the whole party stop. Got these new heels, click clack on the floor. He texting me, always asking for more. I'm in LA, sipping on the best, put his credit card to the test. He said I move like a superstar. I'm like, yeah, boy, you know who we are. We them girls. Ice in my cup, see the diamonds on freeze. I don't ask for much, but I get what I please. 2,000 for the bag, just to match the moody. Say I'm pretty, but I got an attitude.
Well, my fine feathered friends, what a night of action it has been here on Shockwave. Number 167, but it's time for our main event. And the former global champion, Ahmed, is, if not more determined than ever before, I don't know what. Losing the global championship in his first defense, guys, against Cam Harris in Paris. And here's a man who I think we all thought, I certainly did, was going to have maybe one of the longest reigns of all time, if not to quote Remy Martin, a forever reign. To lose the global championship in his very first offense is something that's been eating away these last couple of weeks. Ahmed is determined to get that global championship back and is not going to let anybody else stand in his way, most certainly not Quantum, who of course last Shockwave came down to the ring, interrupted Cam Harris's victory speech, challenged him to a global championship match on the spot. Cam Harris accepted. They ended up having a great match. Cam Harris did retain. I know that pissed Ahmed off, that Cam Harris would dare to give anybody else a rematch before Quantum already in the ring, but, speaking of the global champion, his ghost, Cam Harris is dead. May he rest in peace. But no, Cam Harris has gotten obviously vested interest in this matchup. Two potential contenders facing off. Of course, a rematch from the Shockwave season premiere where Ahmed actually defeated Quantum by countout. And Quantum, guys, he saw his opportunity, grabbed the bull by the horns, if you will, and he challenged Cam Harris to a championship match on the spot. And props to Harris for being a fighting champion. He could have said no. He could have said beat it. But he did not. He stood his ground. He gave Quantum that shot. Quantum damn near had him beat, but it was a close one. Now Quantum knows that by defeating the former champion, he might earn himself another shot. But like I said, Ahmed is embarrassed, guys, that he could lose the global championship so soon after winning it. I mean, that's going to be one of the most shocking outcomes. That's saying something at Climb to Fame. And that's not any sort of discredit to Cam Harris, a phenomenal competitor, one of the greatest of all time. It's just that, Ahmed is Ahmed, guys. He's been defeated only a handful of times throughout his entire CMV career. One of the most dominant superstars in CMV history. Like I said, I think we were all thinking his reign was going to be a very long one. Well, he's going to make sure that Cam Harris is a very short one, because he wants that championship back, and he wants it pronto. From the top. Ooh, an elbow right to the back of CMV's resident unk. The Hall of Famer Quantum. I don't know if he would necessarily be excited that his family is soon to return to CMV. Rumblings that Jade Divine might soon be making her return, as well as potentially his brother, Paul Divine. That's not on Quantum's mind right now. I'm so back to the ring. Ooh, gonna catch Ahmed slacking with that clothesline. And now thinking about coming out of the corner, waiting for Ahmed to get to his feet. Jack his jaw. What a jab that was. And the former world champion now going to try and drop a bomb from orbit, but Ahmed was ready for him. I see the global champion Cam Harris at ringside. Seems like he's just intent to observe. Quantum feeling like he's ready to go all night long if necessary. It just might be. Like I said, guys, Ahmed, one of the winningest superstars in CMV history, has only been defeated one-on-one. He could count the amount of times on one hand. Absolutely destructive. You can ask both Quantum and Cam Harris. They have first-hand experience. And of course, Cam Harris did what I think very few thought he could do in Paris. That Climb to Fame, he beat Ahmed. It was not easy. Boy, what a match. Tables, ladders, and chairs, they beat the hell out of each other. And Ahmed did not go down like a chump, but it was certainly shocking. Oh, it was right in front of Cam Harris. A smile on Ahmed's face as he just bullies the Hall of Famer. Slapping him across the face. The ultimate sign of disrespect. Cam Harris wants to let Ahmed especially know that he won't be intimidated. He's the global champion now. Time to break his back and make him humble. The Cairo clutch is cinched in. Will Quantum be forced to tap? Will he break his back? No, an escape. Of course, Quantum earlier this week got himself a well-deserved massage. He might need to book another one after being dropped in the Cairo clutch like that. Man, Quantum's throwing some haymakers here, but Ahmed's responding in kind. Ali! Oh! Uncontrolled hands! Hold up now. Got him by the back of that into the corner. A quick elbow. And the former global champion out. What is this? Back suplex. Oh, into a side slam. Hooks the leg. That could do it. But comes in with a kick out. Main event. What a matchup. Hard hitting between these two. As they both look to prove themselves. Number one contender for Cam Harris's Global Championship. Cairo clutch is locked in again. And this time there might be no escape for Quantum. But he hangs in there. He does not tap. Quantum will not give in, guys. But is that smart? That is the pain he must be in right now. If not right now, certainly when he wakes up in the morning. Huge punches raining down, lefts, rights, and all. As we see Ahmed in an instant crawling into the corner, searching for refuge. Harris got to watch out. Grabbed by the back of the head. Quantum, the resolve, as it always has been. The future man. That's one way to do it. Just pushes him off the top rope down to the floor. I love it. Quantum, since he returned to CMV, another knee, has set out to prove that he still has what it takes to climb the mountaintop, to be a world champion here in CMV, and that he can do it straight up. No BS, no games, just as himself, as a competitor. The referee on a count of 8. These two racing to get back into the ring same time. That would have been a tie right there. The shot comes right back at him. Quantum is looking a little bit pasty these days. He can use a little bit of tan across the chest. Look at Ahmed. Telling Quantum he better hit harder than that. Having a laugh. I assure you, Quantum hits a lot harder. Yeah, lighting each other up, maybe like it's the 4th of July. Woo! Punch for punch here in our main event. Both men loopy, but Quantum able to strike first, packs him up, baby. Get him with that power driver. Works the leg, Quantum desperate. Does the desperation pay off though? No, it does not. 2.5. And you see the Hall of Famer getting anxious, getting frustrated. Gonna try again to drop that bomb. Cam Harris loves it. Ahmed, on the other hand, uno, dos, tres, over. And immediately you see Ahmed scramble out onto the apron, trying to pull himself up, but Quantum giving him no relief, no rest for the wicked. And the CMV fans on their feet, a chant of fight forever. I wouldn't mind it. This has been a humdinger and a half, baby. I think Ahmed's head just got sent off into the cheap seats. The former global champion in a lot of trouble as Quantum hooks the leg. But another kick out. What does Quantum have to do? Bringing Ahmed to his feet. Guys, it's very rare to see Ahmed in this kind of position. German suplex folding him up like an accordion. And now Quantum going way up top. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. A super 24th punch. Right home your mama about it. That's gotta do it. Quantum has just pinned Ahmed. What a win for the Hall of Famer. Ahmed wanted to come out here tonight and eliminate anyone who stood between he and Cam Harris and a rematch for the Global Championship, but I don't think he was prepared for the level of fight that Quantum delivered. Unk still got it. Ahmed might not wake up for a week after that 24th punch. And as Cam Harris watches from ringside, he can't help but to seem impressed. Has Quantum set himself up for a rematch with Cam Harris for the Global Championship after a win like this? While we're out of Valentine, it's something I have to seriously consider.